Hey y'all. Um, it is just a few minutes before 5, so we'll just give it those extra 3 minutes and then we'll get started. All right, so it's 5 o'clock. So let's get started. Um, Welcome to Light a Path virtual series. I'm excited to be here with you all. And my name is Jane. I should start with that. I have been teaching yoga in the community for a while. And I've been volunteering with Light a Path for almost 2 years now. And so that's a little about me and if you for some reason can't hear me, maybe jump on the chat box or just give a holler. And of course you can leave your cameras off for this unless you want me to see something and check in and just see if anything is, if we could do anything differently in the shape. But other than that, let's get started. So we'll start in a seated position. If you have a blanket or a bolster or a block at your disposal, even a pillow, you can always bring that under your seat. The reason why we suggest that is so your hips can be higher than your knees. So if you're experiencing some tightness in your hips and low back and your knees kind of pop up, that would be when you might want to add some lift to your seat. And so once you get a comfortable seat, settle in and let your eyes close. And take a deep breath in, and as you reach the top of the breath, pause. And when you're ready to exhale, let a big sigh out with your mouth wide open. Feel your shoulders soften. And then again, inhale through your nose. Feel yourself get full. And open your mouth wide and exhale out through the mouth. And one more time, inhale through your nose. Pause at the top. Open the mouth wide and exhale out through the mouth. And then let your mouth close. Begin to breathe in 3 parts. At the bottom of your next exhale, feel your breath draw into your low belly. Follow it up into the middle. And feel your chest rise as you come to the top of the breath. And as you exhale, start from the top, releasing in the middle, and then letting your low belly go. Keep breathing in and out of these 3 parts. And feel as you connect to your breath, your mind clears, giving yourself permission to let go of your thoughts, your day, your week, your weekend, the emails, the news. And feel the bridge that you're creating between your mind and your body with each breath that you take. And if you'd like during this time, as you settle in and breathe, to set an intention for your practice, something that draws you onto the mat, draws you to yoga, to light a path, something that brings you here into this space that we share together virtually. And breathe your intention in, and as you exhale, draw your chin down towards your chest and let your head get heavy. As you inhale, roll one ear towards one shoulder and tilt your chin up. And as you exhale, let the chin move back down through center. Inhale, roll to the other side. And exhale, come back down through center. And keep moving from side to side. With your breath, letting the inhales guide you over towards one shoulder. And the exhales draw you back towards center. One more time, each side, and as you arrive on the next side, pause there and breathe along the side neck, drawing the shoulder down and away. And when you're ready, feel your exhale draw you down to center. And as you inhale, roll to the opposite side, pausing here. Drawing the shoulder down and away from the ear, breathing along the side of the neck. And feel the next exhale that come, draw to your chin back down towards center. As you inhale, float your head back up. And then move your hands just behind you to change the cross of your legs, bringing the back to the front and the front to the back. And start to inhale, your arms reach up overhead. As you exhale, reach them back out through the space. 2 more breaths just like that. Feeling your inhale, move your arms up to the sky. Your gaze can follow. And exhale, bring your arms back out and down. And one more time, inhale, reaching all the way out and up. And as you exhale, just bring your left hand down to the earth. Let the next inhale reach with your right hand. And as you exhale, walk that left hand over to the side so you side bend. You can draw the ear down towards the shoulder if you want some more space in the neck. Draw the right hip down as you breathe along the right side body. Feel your next exhale, draw your attention to your left hand on the earth, press into the ground and inhale, reach both arms all the way back up to the sky, exhaling just the right hand down. Inhale with the left and reach, and as you exhale, walk that right hand out and over and hinge at the hip, grounding through your left sit bone, breathing along the left side body. Reach with the fingertips and breathe here. If Ujjayi breath is part of your practice, you can breathe by drawing the breath in to the back of the throat on your inhale and letting it move out from the same space with the exhale. On your next breath out, feel your right hand on the earth, press into the ground as you inhale, reach both arms back up towards the sky. And exhale, bring your arms back out to the space and down. Release your feet and let your legs get long and shake your legs out. Again, if you're on a seat, that's okay, you can stay on it. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, and as you exhale, reach towards the feet, whether you reach towards the knees, the ankles, the toes. If you're able to reach your feet, you can bring your palms to your feet or your peace fingers around your big toe. And draw yourself forward into a fold. Take 2 breaths here. And then on the third inhale, when you're ready, let that guide you back up. Squeeze the shoulders up under the ears and exhale them back and down. Slide your feet in, shift your hands to the side so you can take your feet onto the ground and move up into a standing position. From here, inhale your arms all the way out and up. Let the palms touch together, and as you exhale, bring them down from center to rest at your heart. Intertwine your fingers and start to draw your right arm up as your left arm moves down. Let the left arm be passive and the right arm be active as you gently press into the fingers, the bottom hand. Keep your shoulders soft and find your breath here. You can always take a peek at your feet. We want to be in standing mountain with our toes forward and our heels back, our weight centered in the center of our feet. And then with the next inhale, draw the palms of the hands level with the earth. And then as you exhale, draw the right hand down and let the left hand be active, pressing into the fingers of the right. And again, recenter yourself with your breath. Recenter yourself with the weight in the middle of your feet. Find your breath and soften your shoulders. And let your next exhale draw the palms back down to the same level. Release the hands and move your hands in circles, getting into the wrists. And then change direction of the circle. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up. And as you exhale, sit back in a chair, drawing the weight into the heels. Your arms can come down with your heart if that's more comfortable. Drawing the knees back over the ankles. Finding your breath here, take another inhale, and when you're ready, feel your hips lift as you exhale and fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway up to flat back. Maybe taking your hands behind your back to clasp them, to reverse namaste, and hold your elbows. Or exhale, and then maybe grab your elbows in the forward fold in front of you. Let the top of the head go and point towards the earth. Keep a gentle bend in the knees here. And if you have any hand or arm hold, you can gently release. And then slide your hands up your shins halfway as you inhale. As you exhale, sit back in the chair and inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, push through the feet, and inhale, take it all the way back up to standing. Exhale, let your arms move out and down. Resetting your feet on the earth, finding standing mountain. Roll the shoulders forward as you inhale, squeeze them up under the shoulders, and exhale, shift them back and down. 2 more breaths, just like that. From standing mountain, moving the shoulders up, squeezing them under the ears, and exhale back and down. 1 more time. Draw the shoulders forward, bring them up under the ears, and exhale back and down. And we'll come into tree next. So shifting the weight into your right foot and letting your left foot become light. So to either keep the heel on the inside of the leg with a toe on the ground for balance. If you have a wall, you can use a wall or a chair. You can bring a foot below the knee or above the knee. Find a place that's ahead of you, about 3 or 4 feet, that's still for your eyes to rest. You can bring your arms out to act as branches, or you can draw everything into the center line and be a strong trunk of a tree. Wherever your foot meets your leg, press your leg and foot against each other, drawing the energy to the center and down. Still lifting up through the crown of the head. And if you come down, just gently place your feet back on the earth and reset yourself, lifting yourself back up into the tree. And when you're ready, exhale your feet and your arms down and take a beautiful light step, swaying right to left. And then bring your feet back into standing mountain. Feet together or hip width apart. And you can shift the weight into the left foot and decide if you need the support of a wall or if you like it. If you want your toe there just to touch down, or where exactly you would like your foot to meet your leg. And then reset your gaze on the earth, centering on stillness, and deciding where you want your arms to go, an exploration and support of the shape. And if you touch down, just gently make your way back there to a tree. Connect with your breath. Feel your exhales root you down through your standing foot. And feel your inhales lift you up through the crown of the head. And when you're ready, exhale, bring the foot back down. Take another few steps in space. Just letting your arms sway. And then bring your feet back together. Let your arms inhale out and up. And as you exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold again. Hanging out in this forward fold a little longer. Begin to bend the knees when you're ready. Bring your hands down to the earth. And step your feet back so you are in tabletop. Bring your knees down to the ground. And we'll breathe in and out of cat-cow. So cow is when we draw our belly down and lift up through the crown of the head. Lift up through the tailbone. And cat is when we lift up through the back of the heart and draw the chin in. So link your breath with your movement, feeling your inhales through the front of the body, your exhales in the back. Keep going in and out of cat-cow. And the next time you inhale, bring your spine to neutral. Take the big toes together and the knees wide. And as you exhale, draw the hips back and reach the arms long. Maybe your head reaches the ground or you have a block or a pillow to rest your forehead on. You can always make a pillow with your hands. Try and let your hips get heavy and move towards your heels. Taking a few breaths here, checking in with your body, checking in with your mind, your energy levels. And then press into the palms and start to draw yourself up. And we're going to get into our shoulders from here so you can cross one arm over the other. Knees can still be wide and you can come down and let your head rest in the X of your arms. Or if you prefer, you can always thread the one under and come down onto the shoulder for thread the needle. This top arm can reach ahead or move to the back and bind between the body and the thigh. So whichever you prefer, pick one way. And as you arrive, if you feel supported, you can let your eyes close. Taking deep breaths. Feeling yourself get heavy and be held, accepting the weight. Allowing yourself to let go with each exhale and to be cradled just a little more. And then pressing into the knees, inhale, uncrossing the arms or unthreading the arm. And exhale, slide your hands down through the center for child's pose. Take a breath or two here. And then as you're ready, take your third breath, start to lift yourself up and either thread the opposite needle underneath the top arm or change the cross of the arms. And then allow yourself to settle into this shape. Let your head get heavy. Let your body get heavy. Feel your breath. If you need ankle support, you can always bring a rolled up towel under your ankles. Take 2 deep breaths here. And then on the third breath, feel that inhale lift you up. They're unthreading or uncrossing. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the earth for support to shift your way onto your bottom. Bringing your feet to the ground, gently work your way down onto your back. So your knees are bent, your feet are on the ground. And we're going to move in and out of bridge. So as you inhale, begin to lift the arms and the hips. And as you reach the top of the breath, your hips are lifted and your hands are overhead. As you exhale, slowly lower your spine as if you could isolate each bone touching down, and your arms move simultaneously down to the earth, letting your tailbone and sacrum touch down last. Your hands, inhale, feel yourself peel back up off of the mat. Reaching the arms overhead, keeping the gaze to the sky. And as you exhale, feel yourself come back down. So you're moving nice and slow, not feeling that there's any rush. Feeling yourself lift up with each inhale and let go with each exhale. And then next time your arms come down to the mat, let them stay there and just inhale the hips up. So feel the hips lift. And if you want, you can walk your shoulders in and under, maybe your hands clasp, pressing into the triceps, pressing into the shoulders, keeping the hips lifted. Enjoying a mild inversion here. Our heart is higher than our head. And when you're ready, release the hands, walk the shoulders out, and slowly exhale, letting the spine come back down to the earth. Start to draw the knees in towards the body for Apanasana. Maybe the head lifts up to the knees, and you can gently rock right to left here. The side to side. And as you come back down through the center, let the feet come down to the earth. And take the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. If you have support like pillows or rolled up blankets, you can always bring them under the knees for the knees to rest on. From here, you can bring your arms out like a T, or you can let them rest on your belly. Feel your low back release here, your knees get heavy. Relax your hips, your legs, your feet. Feel your breath move. Feel your body soften with each exhale as you let go. Take 3 more breaths here, nice and slow. Each breath clearing your mind, keeping it clear. At the bottom of the third breath, draw the hands down by the legs and encourage the knees back up so the soles of the feet are on the ground. And gently roll to one side so you can shift over onto your stomach. If you have a blanket or a towel, you can always put that down so it's under your hip bone so you have some protection. And so the backs of my feet are on the ground. And we'll just start on our belly with our arms reaching overhead. And on the inhale, lift up the arms and the legs. And on the exhale, slowly lower yourself back down. So 4 more breaths in to lift and exhale down to let go. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, go. And so just slide the hands in towards the body, press up into the palms, bringing the knees back under you. And as you exhale, shift back into child's pose, either with your knees together or your knees wide. And gently bring your head down to the earth. And breathe here. And slide your hands in, bringing yourself back up, and we'll come into a down dog. So let your hands place on the earth, press up, releasing the hips off of your knees or heels. Tuck the toes, press in the palms, and start to lift the knees up, and start to draw the hips up and back into down dog. Keeping a gentle bend in the knees so you're not overextending, pressing into the palms, As you feel that press, feel that push you up, so your hips are lifting up and drawing back. And draw the heels down towards the earth, or pressing them into the mat. Breathing here. And then inhale, sweep the left leg up. And as you exhale, draw yourself forward and work your foot up to the front and bring the back knee down. The floor is far away, please block, so you can rest your hands onto your thigh. Take a breath in. As you exhale, feel your hips sink here. You don't have to be up, you can have your hands down. If you have a lot of space, you can come to the inside of this foot and come all the way down. It's up to you. Taking another breath here. Maybe sweeping the arms out and up, reaching for the sky. And exhale, bring the hands back down to the earth. Tuck the back toes, lift up through the back leg, and slide the foot back, taking a breath in plank or being in tabletop. And then exhale, come down to the earth. So if your knees are on the ground, you're still just shifting down to the belly. And then reach the arms long and the legs long. Take a breath in. Lift everything up, and as you exhale, draw the elbows out to the sides for cactus arms. Inhale, reach, and exhale down. Slide the hands back into the body. Keep the elbows close, and inhale. Press your way up into tabletop. From here, tuck the toes and make your way up and back into down dog. Releasing the other foot. It's the side you haven't done yet. Into three-legged down dog. I call it la cola del perro, I think, the tail of the dog in Spanish. When you're ready, draw yourself forward, knee into the body, step the foot through and bring the back knee down. Again, make this shape your own. You can come down to the inside of the foot. You can keep your hands on either side or work your way up to the thigh. Find your breath here. Listen to your body. How this shape feels. Maybe one more breath, let the arms sweep up. As you exhale, bring yourself back down. Tuck the back toes, lift up and slide that front leg back to the back of the mat. Take a breath in plank and start to lift up to down dog. And as you arrive in down dog, take 3 deep breaths here. Let the head go. Maybe move one knee and then the other, getting into the soles of the feet and the toes. And then walk your feet towards your hands and inhale halfway up to flat back. And exhale, fold again. So you bend your knees and come down into the feet. If standing is more comfortable, you can stay standing. I'm going to take a moment to sit. Center your gaze. And so think about where your head is and how your head feels on your neck. And all we're going to do is move our eyes. So start to take your gaze all the way over to the left, as far as you can look without moving your head. And then track your eyes back through the center and look all the way over to the right. Bring the eyes back to center and look over to the left. And bring the gaze back to center and look over to the right, taking everything in as you scan. Bring the eyes to center and look over to the left. And then bring the gaze back to center and look over to the right. And then bring the eyes back to rest at center. Let them blink a couple times and let them close. Feel yourself in your seat, sitting tall and well. And when you're ready, blink your eyes open. And this time, head will still stay still. We're going to just take the gaze up and then down several times. So When you're ready, take the gaze all the way up to the sky. And then moving back through the center, take them all the way towards you, to the ground. Another time, pass through center and take the gaze up high. And then move the gaze back through space, taking the gaze to the earth, towards you. And then release the eyes and move them back through center all the way up to the sky. And then release the gaze, letting it shift back down towards you, towards the earth. And let the gaze come back to center. So we'll do the same thing, but this time on diagonals. So I'll start looking all the way up to the upper right, the sky, and then cross the eyes down to the left. And cross the eyes back up to the right. And then let the eyes come back down to the left. Crossing them up to the right. And down to the left. And one more time, up to the right. Back through center and down to the left. Bring the eyes back to center, let them blink a couple times. Letting them rest back in the center, start to take them all the way up to the left. Bring them down through center to the right. And the same thing all the way up to the upper left. And back down through center to the right. And one more time, up to the upper left. And down through center to the right. And when you're ready, bring your gaze back to center. Rub your hands together, creating some warmth. And then gently rest your hands over your eyes. And then release your hands and let them come back down to your lap. And we'll take the soles of the feet together, this time seated in Baddha Konasana. You can have the heels in towards the body or away. We'll take a breath in. And as we exhale, feel ourselves in our seat. We can lean to one side and move the flesh toward the back, and then to the other side to adjust the other leg. Lift up to the heart as you breathe in, and as you exhale, begin to fold forward and down. And you can let your head go. Again, if you have any pillows or props, you can let your forehead rest there. If you find you don't go very far, that's all right. Just let the head get heavy and feel your breath move up and down the back side of your body. Connecting with your breath here. Notice your inhale and where you feel the breath fill you up. And notice your exhale and allow your head to get heavier with the weight that bears as you release your breath. Feeling your inhale still bring length into the spine, just in a different direction. And your exhale allows you to become heavier, your hips to become softer. Another deep breath in here. Following the exhale all the way out. And when you're ready, let the inhale lift you back up. Squeeze the shoulders up out of the air and exhale them back and down. From here, take your left knee and bring it up. And you can take your right foot and cross it under. So we're going to pick up the left foot and bring it to the outside of the knee. We can bring this heel to the outside of my left hip, or if that doesn't feel right, you can just kind of extend through that leg and keep the leg long. We're coming into a seated spinal twist. Whenever you're ready, inhale, lift up, and as you exhale, twist towards that knee, bringing the left hand behind you for support. I like to wrap my arm around my knee, but you are welcome to bring your elbow to the outside. We'll be here for a few breaths, so feel where the breath moves within you in this shape. Feel the breath lift you up as you inhale. And as you exhale, feel the release of a little more space within the twist. Again, you can draw the gaze over into the shape, so bringing the gaze all the way up into the left upper corner, and then the bottom right corner, the center, all the way to the right side. Let your gaze come back to center. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, bring yourself all the way back around. You can lean to one side to release this leg, or you can lift this leg up and release the bottom leg. You can pick up that left leg and gently rock it right to left, lean into the hip. And then extend through that left leg and shake your legs out. Let the heels come into stillness and inhale, sweep up. And as you exhale, reach forward and down. Let the head go. This can be active or passive. If you want it to be a little more active, draw the backs of the legs down towards the floor and draw the toes towards your body. If you just want to hang, you can just forward fold gently. And on your next inhale, begin to roll yourself up. Squeeze the shoulders up into the ears and exhale them back and down. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So start to take your hands behind the right knee and pick up that right foot and cross it over the left. So my left leg can stay long, or I can take the heel up to the outside of my hip. I'm going to twist to the right this time with my right hand coming behind my back. When you're ready, inhale and lift up, and as you exhale, let that right hand guide you into the twist. And then bring the elbow to the outside, or wrap the arm around. Connect with your breath, and your gaze can shift all the way over the right shoulder. Feeling your inhale, where the breath moves within you. Your exhale, letting it go. And then take the gaze up into the upper right corner, the room or the outside, wherever you are. And then take it all the way down to the bottom right corner. With the gaze shift up to center, looking all the way to the right middle. Then let your gaze return to where it naturally rests. And as you feel your next exhale coming, unwind back to center. Pick up that top leg and release the bottom, letting it get long and gently rocking the top leg right to left. And then gently letting go of that leg and letting your feet and legs get long, shaking them out here and taking them wide to where it's comfortable. If you have towels or blankets and your knees pop up and you want support, you can always place a roll or something and rolled up clothes if you want under your knees. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, start to side bend in one direction. Let your inhale bring you up to center and then side bend gently to the other. So just move with your breath, knowing there's no rush. Waking up the side body, maybe your lower back. And the next time you come up and exhale to the right, stay there. can bring the top arm up and over if you want to feel a little more of the stretch. We're trying to stack our shoulders. So my heart is squared to the wall ahead of me, or to the screen. We'll be here for another breath or two. And when you're ready, inhale, lift up, just enough to square your belly towards the thigh, or at least in that direction. And exhale, fold again. So again, even if you might just be here, just let the head get heavy and breathe. Drawing the crown of the head towards your toes, or letting it drop towards your knees. Exploring the shape and seeing what feels best for you on the side. Another deep breath here. And then inhale, roll yourself up. And as you exhale, slide into that side bend onto the left side. So again, we're thinking of stacking our shoulders here. My arm is hooked to the inside of my left leg. This arm you can bring behind you. You can leave it here for support, or if you want to feel a stretch from your fingertips down your arm and your side body, you can reach the top arm overhead. Feel your breath reach you towards the foot. The exhale soften you towards your thigh. Take another deep breath in here. Following the exhale all the way out. Letting the next inhale lift you up just enough so you can start to twist and square your belly more in the direction of your thigh. And as you exhale, let yourself fold forward. This time with your gaze to your leg. Breathing here. And just like in our forward fold, you can keep your legs active here and draw the toes towards you, and you'll feel how your hamstring more. Or you can just let your legs just be resting on the earth, not active, and only allowing the activeness be the movement of the breath in the shape. Another deep breath here. Feeling the exhale soften you towards the thigh. And then with your hands, if you want, let the inhale lift you back up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to the knees and start to draw them back in. Bring them into the center and give yourself a seated Apanasana hug. And open yourself back up. And shift onto your mat so you can come gently down onto your back. And so we'll be coming into a reclined spinal twist. And so first we'll take the feet as wide as the mat. Your arms can be by your side or out like a T. And you're just going to exhale your knees. They're staggered to one side. Inhale them nice and gently to the center and exhale them to the other side. Inhale to the center and exhale to the side. Inhale through center and exhale to the other side. Your gaze can follow or be straight up to the sky. And the next time your knees come back up to center. Pause there as you exhale. And we'll come into a spinal twist. So if you enjoyed the way the knees felt staggered, you can keep them as wide as they are. If you prefer them stacked, heel toe your feet in. And I like to lift my hips up and shift them to So I'm shifting my hips to one side, and it's the opposite side my knees are gonna fall. And then once my knees fall, I take my gaze in the opposite direction of my knees. If you have a lot of room to twist, you can always bring the top leg underneath the bottom. If you're staggered, I like to take the opposite arm up, and that's a nice way to get into your psoas muscle. So options, pick which is best for you. And as you arrive in your spinal twist, tap back into your breath. Back into the movement where you feel your body rise as you inhale, where you feel your body soften as you exhale. Another deep breath here. And as you take your next inhale, bring your feet and your gaze back to center. If you shifted your hips like I did, shift them back to center. Take a moment on your back. You can draw your knees into your chest if you want, or take a little happy baby in the midst of switching sides. Or just rest and prep for bridge. And when you're ready, release your legs and let your feet come back down to the earth. If you lifted your hips, lift them up and shift them to the opposite side now. And however you want your knees to be, let them fall over to the other side. Your gaze can move in the opposite direction of the knees. Feel your breath fill you up. Feel your exhale soften your shoulders towards the earth. Noticing where your breath fills you up. Noticing where else you release as you exhale. When you're ready, start to bring the gaze and the knees back to center. If you shifted your hips, press in the feet, release the hips and bring them back to the middle. And then come back into Apanasana, maybe with your head lifted or a happy baby, whichever you prefer. Gently rocking right to left. And then when you're ready, release the feet. So the feet move all the way up to the sky. Circle the feet around, getting into the ankles. Change direction, circling. And then bend one knee. I'm bending one knee to bring the ankle just under the other knee. This foot can hang. And so we're coming into figure 4. I'm going to reach through and around this thigh. It's my outside thigh. You can see I have this cross going on. So it would be like a 4 in this sense. And then I'm going to gently draw my legs in towards my body. Keeping your head relaxed, your shoulders on the earth. You're not lifting up your bottom. You can just leave your sacrum on the ground, your low back on the ground. Feel yourself soften and relax here. Taking deep breaths through your nose. And when you're ready, gently release your leg being held. Let both legs shift back up to the sky and shake them out. Wiggle your toes, move your ankles around again if you want. Just give them a little wiggle. And then switching sides, bringing the opposite ankle to the opposite leg, reaching through and around that thigh to bring the legs into your body. It might be that you get here and you feel enough in the outside hip. It's okay, you could just stay just like that. Maybe finding your sides differ in tightness and openness. And so taking in all that feedback, that communication, conversations that you're having with your body right now as you breathe and you move. Taking 2 more breaths here, nice and smooth. And then the bottom of the second exhale, release and shake your legs back out. Shaking them out. And then inhale, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, reach the feet towards the earth. Circle your arms all the way out and down to your sides. And if there's any shape you want to add to your practice along the way of this transition, please do. And we'll come into Shavasana. Shavasana is a time where we rest, where we can absorb our practice and rejuvenate. So if you have any props or any support you want in Shavasana, to grab that. Your arms rest by your sides or on your belly. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and as we start, open the mouth wide and let the breath leave your body with a big sigh. Take 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale, fill yourself up. And exhale, open the mouth wide and force the breath out. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Feel yourself get full, and exhale, force the breath out through the mouth with a big sigh. The bottom of that last breath, return to nose breathing and inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. 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 Inhale. And exhale. With your eyes closed if that's comfortable. Let your breath come and go, following its own natural rhythm, your natural rhythm. Allowing your body to get heavy, to feel supported by the earth. Finding stillness in your mind, stillness that mirrors the same stillness that one could observe from the outside as your body rests. thought happens to wander through, just let a gentle wind, let it breeze on by, allowing yourself to be a witness, to not engage, to welcome the stillness. Begin to bring your intention back into your mind's eye, allowing it to come full circle for you in your practice, seeing if it's changed or if you've been surprised by something, allowing it to play out, letting your inhale reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring the knees into the body and let the hands rest on the shins or behind the calves until you rock one side to the other. And when you're ready, rock over to one side and support your head in your arm. And take your time, knowing that there's no rush. When you feel so inclined to do so, you can press your way up into a seated position, or you can stay in Shavasana. If you begin to set up, bring your palms together to rest at your heart center. Feel the space within you as you breathe in, fill yourself up. And as you exhale, bow your head towards your heart. As I bow my head to you in gratitude for your practice, for sharing your practice, for sharing with my practice, for light a path, for this space shared together. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you again, maybe in October.
Thank you.
Bye.